Hello everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. Back on the plot today. I didn't make it down yesterday, I was waiting for some deliveries at home. So I've come down and what a difference a couple of days make. After that frost the other day, I'll just turn you around and we'll have a look at these. There's the celeriac that was looking pretty awful the other day. I thought it was completely finished. So that's recovered really well. Very pleased with those. So yeah, unbelievable. I'm wondering whether it's just the weight of the frost that might have just pushed the leaves down, and once that had gone, they've all sprang up again. Because those Chinese cabbage at the end there, they were looking pretty rotten the other day, and they've recovered back. We'll see how they do in the end, but and then I knew the chard would be okay. Those little chard and these big ones, they're okay, but even the broccoli seems to have perked up a little bit. And as for the kale, well, you wouldn't think there had been anything wrong with them the other day. So yeah, it's not all as bad as it looks. I was quite surprised really, because I've never seen kale taking a knock like it did the other day, or like I thought it did. So I can only assume that it might have rained before it frosted over, and there could have been a weight of water on it, and with the freezing of it and the frost settling on top, just knocked the plants down. And the same over here with the parsley and parsnips in front there. The parsley's at the back and the parsnips at the front, but again, they're up. So can't really whinge at that now. It's a shame, I'll have to find something else to whinge about. So just a quick look in here. Looks like everything seems to be all right. I think the tips of these broad beans got slightly touched by the frost and nipped. I might be wrong. Most of these lettuces and rockets have survived. So all in all, I'm really quite happy, to be honest. Even the parsnips, they look like they'd been hit, but they appear to be recovering. And yeah, so fairly happy. Okay, so I'm up at the back of the plot now, and what I'm going to do here is I'll slowly spin you around. Point noted the other day, somebody said they were getting seasick. I was spinning around too quickly, so I'll try and be a bit more careful of that in future. Enthusiasm normally gets in the way of things like that, but hopefully this is better. But this bed here in the middle, there's a bed across the back there, which is where the tunnel's going. I need to work on that, so I need to clear areas to get to it. So that all that stuff along that fence needs to be moved. And there's a lot of stuff at the front of the plot that needs to be moved. So this bed here in the middle, I'm going to cover. I'm going to put some weed membrane down for the winter. Some gladies to dig out the far end there first. I'll get them out today. Then I'll cover this bed. And then all the junk and rubbish that needs to be sorted will all go on here, out of the way temporarily, while I work on that back bed and on other areas of the plot, and it'll just give me a freer hand, so to speak, for carrying on with work through this winter. And then I can nibble away at the stuff that's on here and start putting it away when things are more finalised. So that's the plan moving forward, and I can always do stuff indoors if the weather is inclement. So there we go, that's what I'm going to be doing today. So first up out are those gladies at the far end. Okay, I've got these gladies up now. Now we're just coming a bit closer. You can see they're actually covered in bulbils, and as I've been digging them up just now, there's hundreds of them in the soil of all different sizes. These gladies have been in the soil for 2 years now, and obviously last year's have grown on, and I would say that these small ones are this year's, and they will grow into gladies. So whereas I'm looking eventually next year to plant dahlias all down that edge, I'm going to have the odd rogue gladioli coming up, which is fantastic, extra flowers. Now before I cover this bed, I've got some little plants here. You can see these green clumps of grasses. This is Briza Maxima, and it's, Don't know if you can see that, this is new to me still. Little nodding heads, and these little seed heads, this is all you get on it. It's like a don't know what it's like really, but they're like little seed heads, but they're articulated. These are over now, but I grow it as an annual, and I didn't actually plant any this year. These are seeded from the year before, and I've even got one growing down by the side of the bed there through the pathway. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig them up, I'm going to plant them somewhere else and see if I can get them to survive the winter, just because they're there and I don't want to trash them really. So that's next on the list. Dig these up, get them out of the way, and then cover this bed. Okay, so I've got all those gladdies out this morning and all that annual grass. It's Briza Maxima. I'll put the name in the description just so you can see it. So that's something to sort out on a rainy day. I can take them into the tunnels and sort them out. And then what we've got left here now, I've now covered this bed and the bottom half of that bed. It's not in use, most of it. As I say, I've got my honesty here and Sweet Williams over there. So I've tackled this bed not in a way that I must clear it and cover it. I've tackled it in a number of jobs. I mean, first I got the dahlias out, and then I ripped out as much of the old flowers from this year as I possibly could. And then I come back and took the sweet pea frame out. I did it in little jobs, therefore it doesn't get on top of you. Break everything down into little jobs, and you may get 3 or 4 done in a day, but that's satisfaction as opposed to not getting the complete job done and thinking, oh God, I've got to go back another day and do it. So always, if you can, try and break that down. So there we go, that's that covered now. And I've got some salad stuffs here that are starting to come up. This one here and this one are a mix of salads. I just emptied some old packets of seeds. I mean, some of them from 2013. Just mixed them all up in a bowl and threw them in. And that's where we are with those. And that's a Sarah Raven mix. That's doing really well, so I'm happy about that. Well, these are fantastic. This is radish here. And I think I might get another tray of this going, probably into next week. And then over here we've got some kale. Again, this is doing brilliantly. Now, I have taken my eye off the ball, and some of these ones at the front are looking a bit sorry for themselves. They were all dried out, so they're all soaking in water now. Hopefully some of these will pick up, but I'm over the moon with these. I mean, with just these 3 trays here, this Sarah Raven mix, and some radish here, and another tray of radish that I'll sow next week. And with this kale, we're sorted for over Christmas and into New Year, so very pleased with that. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little update of where we're up to in here. I'm going home now for a spot of brunch, so look after yourselves everyone, stay safe, and I'll see you in a day or two when I start moving this rubbish all onto there. Take care now, ta-ra.